Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this lesson. Today I am going to discuss Merchant of Venice, Act-5, Scene-1, Part-2, which is written by William Shakespeare. This scene takes place at Belmont, the garden in front of Portia's house. So here I begin, and before that let me ask you, have you subscribed to my channel? If you have not subscribed up till now, then please do and watch the video till end and press the like button if you have liked it. So let us start Act 5 Scene 1 Part 2. You must be remembering that in Act 5 Scene 1 Part 1 I stopped where Bassanio, Antonio, Graciano and their followers they reached Belmont in Portia's house. So Act 4 Scene 1 was the climax where the evil person Shylock has been defeated. His evil crime has been defeated and now it is for a happy ending. All the good people they are rewarded. They are happy, so it is more or less the summing up of the drama. Bassanio, we should hold day with the antipodes. If you walk in the absence of the sun, so what does Bassanio mean to say? Just before this, Portia had said that night is nearly gone. The intensity of the darkness has become very less. It seems such a day where the sky is overcast by the clouds and the sun is hidden. So in relation to that only, while entering, Bassanio makes the comments. We should hold day with the antipodes. If you would walk in the absence of the sun, who are antipodes? Antipodes are the people just on the other side of the wall. If you would walk where you is Portia, would walk in the absence of the sun. Suppose at night Bassanio and his friends are experiencing night time and the antipodes at that moment is experiencing day. But if Portia walks there, then she will be the sunshine, means she is so luminous, so bright that her very presence will make the surrounding bright and will be experiencing day even though it is night. This is an exaggeration, hyperbole. So it is a type of flattery. Also you can say, because how can a person be as bright as the sun? Her personal replace the brightness of the sun. So this is just an exaggeration, flattery. Portia, she is an intelligent woman, not to be bowled over by any compliment. So what does she say? Portia, let me give light, but let me not be light. So light has been used in two senses. First one, let me give light means let me be the source of light. Let me illuminate the people around me. But let me not be light. Here, the second light means the light character woman or a characterless woman. So she says, I want to be a source of light and brighten up the lives of the people around me, but I don't want to become a light person, a light character person or unchaste, because for a light wife doth make a heavy husband. That means a characterless or unfaithful wife makes her husband sad, where heavy means sad or sorrowful. And never be Bassanio so for me. So I will never let Bassanio be sad on account of me. But God sought all. You are welcome home, my lord. But let God settle everything. My lord, you are welcome home. Or welcome home, my husband. Bassanio, I thank you, madam. Give welcome to my friend. This is the man. This is Antonio, to whom I am so infinitely bound. So Bassanio thanks Portia and also tells her to welcome Antonio, to whom he is really obliged. I am so greatly obliged to him, to this man. This is Antonio. Irony. He is introducing Antonio to Portia without being aware of the fact that Portia knows him very well. It was Portia only who have saved this man, but neither Antonio nor Bassanio know about this fact. We the audience knows it and Portia knows it. This is irony. Portia, you should in all sense be much bound to him, for as I hear, he was much bound for you. So Portia says that you ought to be bound to him in every ways of gratitude. You should be completely grateful to him because I think he undertook or agreed to a terrible bond because of you. Antonio, no more than I am well acquainted of. So he says, no, I am free, and it was not so terrible. So I am also free or acquitted of that bond, that terrible bond. Portia, sir, you are very welcome to our house. It must appear in other ways than words. Therefore, I sent this breathing courtesy. So Portia is a very good hostess. So she says that, sir, you are welcome to our house. But not only in words, I should show you welcome. I should welcome you with my deeds also. My deeds should also welcome you. So I will end this polite courtesy means I would give a big speech to welcome you. I will try to do it in deeds. Gratitude to Graciano, to Nerissa. By yonder moon, I swear you do me wrong. In faith, I gave it to the judge's clerk. Would he wear guilt that had it for my part? Since you do it, love, so much at heart. So now the mock quarrel has already started. Nerissa has picked up on Graciano and she is demanding here where is the wedding ring that I gave you? Where is your wedding ring? So poor Graciano, he does not know what these people are up to. These two people are up to. So he is just swearing by the yonder moon that you are doing me an injustice. I am swearing that I gave it to the judge's clerk and I just wish that he was dead because you have been offended so much. You have taken the matter so much by heart that I just wish that he was dead and he had not asked for this ring of me. Portia, a quarrel? Oh, already. What's the matter? Portia is pretending as if she does not know anything what the quarrel is all about. She very well knows, and she is saying that what's the matter that you started quarreling already? That is, Graciano has just come home and Nerissa and you both have started quarreling. What is the matter? So she is pretending ignorantly she knows very well about the matter. Graciano, about a hoop of gold, a paltry ring that she did give me whose posy was for all the world like Cutler's poetry upon a knife. Love me and leave me not. So Graciano says that Nerissa is quarreling with me just for the click of a gold, just for a circle of gold. Trifle ring means not of great value. A cheap little ring that she gave me. The inscription inside was as if some maker of the knife had written on it, "Love me and don't leave me." So it tries to show that the ring was very trifle, a very ordinary ring, and she is fighting with me over it, on which it was written, an inscription that love me and don't leave me. Naresa, what talk of the poesy or the value? So why are you talking about the quality of poetry or the value of the ring? What was the important was that you had sworn to keep it and you did not do that. So you swear to me when I did give it to you that you would wear it love of till your love of death, and that it should lie with you in your grave, though not for me, yet for your vehement oaths. You should have been respective and have kept it. Gave it to a judge's clerk? No, God's my judge. The clerk will never weak hair on his face and had it. So Naresa is trying to show that she is very, very offended. So she is telling that when I had given it to you, you had promised that you would wear it till your death, and it would also accompany you to on grave, and that it should be buried with you. If you didn't want to take care of the ring for my sake, but at least the promise which you had made to me, you should have kept it with you. So now you want me to believe your story that you gave it to the judge clerk? God is my judge, and I don't want to believe. The person to whom you gave this will not wear a hair on his face. What does it mean? She mean it. By it means you have given it to a woman. Women don't wear hair on their face. They don't grow beard. So that means you have given it to a woman. She is insisting on that. And this is the truth. But poor Graciano, he doesn't know this. But what Naresa says is the truth. Graciano, he will. And if he live to be a man. So Graciano is insisting that he will grow beard if he lives as long as he needed to become a man. Means if he lives to be a man, then he will certainly grow beard. To this he is trying to insist that he has given it to a man and not a woman. Naresa, if a woman live to be a man, so as if a woman will live to be a man, that is, if a woman grows up to be a man, so she is ridiculing his ideas. Graciano, now by this hand I gave it to a youth, a kind of boy, a little scrubbed boy, no higher than thyself, the judge's clerk, a prating boy that begged it as a feast. I could not for my heart deny it him. So now he is telling that I am swearing by my hand that I gave the ring to a young fellow. I gave it to a youth. I rather gave it to a boy, and he was a bit short of his age. He was just as your height. He was the judge's clerk, a little talkative fellow, and he begged it from me as a feast, as a reward for the work he had done. And when he asked me, I could not refuse. I did not have the heart to refuse or to say no to him. So Portia is supporting Naresa, and she is telling, you were to blame. I must be plain with you. So she has heard everything, and now she is acting as a judge. You were to blame. I must be plain with you. To part so slightly with your wife's first gift, a thing stuck on with oaths upon your finger, and so riveted with faith unto your flesh. So Portia says, Graciano, that I must be frank with you. I must be honest with you. If she is quarreling, there is a reason. You should be blamed to have given away your wife's wedding ring to that boy in such a light manner. So this was her first gift to you, and you have given it to someone. So you have to be blamed. You should be blamed. It was put on your finger. which Solomon promises, and at least put on your finger what Solomon promises, and at least the good faith of your promise should have kept the ring on your finger. That is, a thing that you promised to keep on your finger and bound faithfully to your body. I gave my love. Here, love refers to Bassanio, a ring, and made him swear never to part with it. And here he stands. So even I gave a Bassanio a ring and made him swear never to part with it or lose it or give it away. And here he is standing. I dare be sworn for him, he would not leave it, not pluck it from his finger for the wealth that is that the world masters. So I gave my lord Bassanio a ring. He is standing and is here, and when I gave him, I made him promise would keep it with him. I can swear on behalf of him that he will not part with all the wealth of the world can offer, that is, all the wealth of the world on one side and my ring on one side. So he would keep the ring and refuse the world. Now in faith, Gratiano, you give your wife too unkind, a cause of grief, and it were to me. I should be mad at it. So now, Gratiano, I must tell very truly that you have given your wife a very sad cause. You have given your wife a very serious cause of sadness. If I were in her place, I should be mad at it. And now poor Gratiano, he is being grilled by these two women. So he feels, why should I only take everything upon and what is Bassanio doing in the meantime? He is feeling all the more uncomfortable. Bassanio aside means when he says this, the audience can hear them, but people on the stage, they do not hear him. Bassanio, why I were best to cut my finger hands off and swear I lost the ring defending it. So he is talking to himself and he says that the best I can do is to cut off my left hand and swear that while defending it, I lost the ring. Because when I cut my left hand, and that I can say that I lost my hand defending the ring or I lost the ring defending it. Gratiano, my lord Bassanio, gave his ring away. So he thought, why should I take the grilling from these two women? So let Bassanio also get something. My lord Bassanio gave his ring away unto the judge that begged it, and indeed deserved it too. So the judge begged the ring of him and also deserved it too. They didn't know that Portia is the judge and they are speaking in front of her. And then the boy, his clerk, that took some pains in writing, he begged mine. So he is trying to justify. He gave it to the judge who deserved it, and the clerk asked from me. So I gave it, and neither man nor master would take aught but the two rings, and none of them, neither the judge nor the clerk, would accept anything else but the ring. Portia, what ring gave you, my lord? Not that, I hope, which you received of me. Portia is very naughty, very mischievous. She is teasing her husband. So she is telling, my lord, which ring did you give? I am sure you didn't give that ring which I gave you. Bassanio, if I could add a lie unto a fault, I would deny it. But you see my finger hath not the ring upon it. It is gone. So he says, already I have committed a fault by parting with it. And then if I say it is not the same ring, then I am adding a lie to a fault by denying it. By denying that it is not the same ring, then I would be adding a lie to the fault. So you see, my finger, it is empty. The ring is gone. Portia. Even so, void is your false heart of truth. By heaven, I will never come in your bed until I see the ring. So Portia says, I will never come in your bed until I see the ring. So Portia says that just as your finger is empty or devoid of the ring, in the same way there is no truth. Your heart is empty of truth. Your heart is false. I will never be your wife until I see the ring in your finger. Here some lines has been eliminated by the board because those lines were not suitable for students to study. So follow carefully the lines which I read as per the ICSE syllabus. Some books do contain the contents as per the ICSE syllabus, but some books contain the original text of Shakespeare. So you can cut those very lines if your book contains the original text of Shakespeare, and I am not missing those lines as it is not in syllabus. Nerissa, nor I in yours, till I again see mine. So now even Nerissa as if an equal of Portia, in the same way as Gratiano is an equal of Bassanio. So she says, I will also not be your wife unless I see the ring in your finger. Bassanio, swear Portia, sweet Portia, if you did know to whom I gave the ring, if you did know for whom I gave the ring, and would conceive for what I gave the ring, and how unwillingly I left the ring, when not would be accepted but the ring, you would abate the strength of your displeasure. So Bassanio is trying to pacify Portia. So he is telling, sweet Portia, if you know the person to whom I gave the ring. Ironical, why? Because he is telling Portia that if you know the person, actually Portia knows the person because she is herself the person. Ironical, but Bassanio doesn't know. So he says, if you know the person to whom I gave the ring, if you know the person for whom I gave the ring, it is Antonio, and would conceive for what. So if you could understand the reason why I gave the ring and how reluctantly I parted with the ring, when he would take nothing but the ring and would accept nothing but the ring, then your anger would lessen a bit. So now Portia will also speak in the same manner. Portia, if you had known the virtue of the ring, so she says this is a sacred ring, a marriage ring. So if you would have known the virtue of the ring, or half her worthiness that gave the ring, or if you knew at least half the merit of that person who gave you the ring, or your own honor to contain the ring, and your honor, why? Because you had promised that you would keep the ring, your word of honor. You broke it. If you had known the honor to keep the ring, you would not have parted with the ring. In that case, you would not have parted with the ring. What man is there so much unreasonable if you had pleased to have defended it with any terms of zeal, wanted the modesty to urge the thing, held as a ceremony? Earlier she had said that if your wife is not a mad woman, and if she had realized how much I deserved in Act 4 Scene 1, if she would not hold any enmity with you forever, and now she is telling just the opposite. She says that no man would be so unreasonable if you had tried to show how important the ring is for you. No man would have been so unreasonable, impertinent to ask from you a thing which is held sacred. It is a marriage ring. It is a sacred one with oaths. No man would have been so unreasonable to have asked you from it if you had explained to him the value or the sacredness of the ring. Narrator teaches me what to believe. I will die for it. But some women had the ring. So I know what Naresa shows to me. I know I should depend on Naresa when she says that some women has the ring. Bassanio. No, by my honor, madam. By my soul, no woman had it, but a civil doctor. Poor Bassanio, he's just trying to make Portia somehow understand that it is not some woman, but a civil doctor or a judge, which did refuse 3,000 ducats of me and beg the ring, the which I did deny him, and suffered him to go displeasured away, even he that had held up the very life of my dear friend. So he says that, no, please, madam, no woman had it. I have given it to a civil doctor, which refers to the judge or the lawyer. I gave him 3,000 ducats, but he refused it and he begged the ring. And when I denied it, remember in the beginning, Bassanio had refused the ring and had Portia as pretending to be angry with him and left. It was later on persuaded by Antonio. He had persuaded Bassanio by Antonio that is why he sends later through Graciano and suffered him to go displeased away, even he that had held up the very life of my dear friend. So that person who had saved the very life of my dear friend Antonio, so I refused, I gave him the ring and let him go away displeased. What should I say, sweet lady? I was enforced to send it after him. So, my dear lady, sweet lady, what can I say? I was later forced. Who forced Bassanio? Antonio forced Bassanio that let your wife's command be on one side and your love for me and the judges deserving on the other side. He tells to him to give the ring. This is what Antonio had said, and on hearing this, Bassanio could not say no to Antonio, and then he said to Graciano, I was beset with the shame and courtesy my honor would not let ingratitude so much besmear it. So he says, I felt very shameful because this man had taken the very friend from the jaws of death, and I am not giving him the thing he has asked for. So he was prompted by courtesy and feeling shameful. So he said that my sense of honor could not have submitted to be stained by ungratefulness. That is, how can I let him go displeased? Then I am being ungrateful to him. So it would be a stain on my honor. And how can I allow that to happen? Pardon me, good lady, for by these blessed candles of the night, had you been there, I think you would have begged the ring from me to give the worthy doctor. So, sweet lady, please forgive me. I am swearing by the candles of the night. Which are the candles? The candles of the night are the sky. So I am swearing by the stars that you had been present. If you had been present there, even you would have begged me to give the ring to the lawyer. Portia, let not that doctor ever come near my house, since he hath got the jewel that I loved, and that which you be swear to keep for me. I'll become as liberal as you. I will not deny him anything I have. So Portia is really troubling Bassanio a lot. She is teasing him that, see, you have given away the ring. If he comes to me, I will be also equally generous and give it to him whatever he wants. Indirectly, she is telling that if he asks me, then I am ready to offer myself to you. to that person. So you must see that he doesn't come near me. So Naresa also equals Portia. Naresa, nor I his clerk, therefore be well advised how you would do leave to me own protection. So even I will not refuse his clerk anything, therefore be aware how you are leaving me to myself. Graciano, well, do you so. Let me be the take him. Then, for I do, I will mar the your clerk's pen. So Graciano says, well, go ahead, but don't let me catch him, because if I do, I will break that clerk's pen. Antonio, I am the unhappy subject of these quarrels. So Antonio thinks that because I had told Bassanio to give the ring, so all these quarrels are happening. So he feels very sad and says, I am the unhappy subject of these quarrels, means all these quarrels are happening just because of me. Portia, sir, grieve. Not you. You are welcome notwithstanding. So Portia feels that Antonio should not feel bad because of their naughty quarrel. Because of this mock quarrel, he should not feel bad. After all, he is our guest. So, sir, grieve you not. You are welcome notwithstanding. Don't be upset. You are welcome in our home in spite of everything that's going on. Bassanio, Portia, forgive me this enforced wrong, and in the hearing of these many friends, I swear to thee, even by thine own fair eyes, wherein I see myself. So again Bassanio land in trouble. He is asking Portia to forgive him, and he is telling in the presence of these friends, I am swearing to you even by your own face. So I am swearing by your two beautiful eyes in which I see the reflection of myself. Now Portia will pick on this and trouble him further. Just see what she says. Portia, mark you but that in both my eyes he doubly sees himself. In each eye one, swear one, your double self, and there is an oath of credit. So just observe what Bassanio is telling. He sees in his reflection in my eyes, that means in each eye one. He is a double person, so he swears by the double of himself. So when a person is not reliable, or when a person is not trustworthy, a double-faced person dwell nature. So he is swearing by this false nature, and is this oath to be believed. He is taking an oath by my two eyes, where he sees himself, so one in each eye. So he is swearing by this dual nature, and should this oath be believed? Poor Bassanio. Nay, you hear me, pardon this fault, and by my soul I swear I never more will break an oath with thee. So now he is telling that I swear by my soul, as soul can be only one, and if eyes are two, then soul is one. And please forgive me, I will never break any more oaths. Antonio, I once did lend my body for my wealth, which but for him that had your husband's ring had quite miscarried. I dare be bound again, my soul upon the forfeit, that your Lord will never break the faith advisedly. So Antonio comes as an immediate between the two and says, once I had pledged my body for him, and the man who had got your husband's ring had not been there, my body would have perished. Now I am swearing by my soul that your Lord will never again break a promise made to you. Portia, then you shall be his surety. Give him this ring and bid him to keep it better than the other. This is the very ring that Bassanio had given to Portia, or rather, Portia had begged it as the judge as a judge from him. She says that, then you shall be my guarantee. Give him the ring and tell him to hold on to it better than other one. Antonio, here Lord Bassanio, swear to keep the ring. So Antonio doesn't know how the ring looks like, so he takes from Portia and gives it to Bassanio and says him to swear and keep the ring properly. Now it is the time for a shock for Bassanio. He looks at the ring. Bassanio, by heaven, it is the same I gave the doctor. He says, my God, it is the same ring I gave the judge. I am amazed. Portia, I had it of him. Pardon me, Bassanio. For by this ring the doctor boy with me. To this Portia says, I got it from him. I am sorry, Bassanio, but the legal expert lay with me in exchange for this ring. Nerissa, taking out the ring, and pardon me, my gentle Gratiano, for this, that the same scrabble boy, the doctor's clerk, in lieu of this, last night did lie with me. So Nerissa takes out her ring and gives it to Gratiano and says, I am sorry, Gratiano, but that stunted lawyer's clerk slept with me last night in exchange for this ring. Gratiano, why, this is like mending of highways in summer, where the ways are fair enough. What are we cockadoodles, or we had deserved it. So Gratiano says that this is like fixing roads in the summer when they don't need it to be fixed. What did you cheat on us before we deserved? Portia, speak not so grossly. You are all amazed. All are amazed. Here it is a letter. Please say don't be class. You all look confused. You all are amazed. Here is a letter. Read it at your leisure. It comes from Padua, from Bellerio. Then you shall find that Portia was a doctor, Nerissa that her clerk. Lorenzo here shall witness. I set forth as soon as you, and even but now returned. I have not yet entered my house. So now she reveals everything, no more torture to them, because she thinks that they have been tortured a lot. So she tells that read this letter. And from whom does the letter come? It comes from Dr. Bellerio. And in this letter, Dr. Bellerio has certified that the doctor in the court of Venice who fought Antonio's case was none other than Portia, and Nerissa was her clerk. Lorenzo here shall witness. I set forth as soon as you. So Lorenzo is over here. He will justify that the moment you left for Venice, I also left my house for Venice, as I have also just returned. I have not yet entered my house. So she tries to clear all the doubts. Dr. Bellerio's letter is there to certify everything, and the ring is the biggest proof that she was the lawyer. Antonio, you're welcome, and I have better news in store for you than you expect. Unseal this letter soon. Then you shall find 3 of your argosies are richly come to harbor suddenly. You shall not know by what strange accident I chanced on this letter. And now a piece of good news for Antonio. So she hands him over a letter and says that, read this letter. It was a very good news for you than you expect. So break open the seal of the letter. Here this letter gives you an information that 3 of your argosies which had been thought to be lost, they have come to the harbor. They have richly come to the harbor loaded with great deal of wealth. You will never guess what a strange coincidence it was that I came across this letter. Antonio, I am dumb. As we say that, I am speechless. So says Antonio. Bassanio, were you the doctor and I knew you not? So Bassanio tells Portia that you were the doctor or the lawyer, the judge, and I didn't even recognize you. Graciano, yes, I always say that they are the equals. Were you the clerk with whom my wife's going to cheat on me? So Graciano says to Nerissa that were you the clerk with whom my wife's going to cheat on me? And I did not recognize you? Nerissa, yea. But the clerk that never means to do it, unless he live until he be a man. So Nerissa says that yes, but the clerk will never do it unless he grows up to be a man. Bassanio, sweet doctor, you shall be my bedfellow. When I am absent, then lie with my wife. So Bassanio says to Portia that my sweet lawyer, you will be my bedfellow. When I am not there, you can sleep with my wife. Antonio, sweet lady, you have given me life and living for here. I read for certain that my ships are safely come to road. So Antonius tells Portia that, Madam, you have given me life and living. I have read in this letter that my ships have safely come to harbor. So it is exactly what Portia had told him. Portia, how now, Lorenzo, my clerk, had some good comforts for you too. So now, Lorenzo, even you have some good news to receive. My clerk will give you some good news. What is it? Nerissa, yea, and I will give them him without a fee. That there do I give to you and Jessica. So Nerissa says, yes, I will hand it over to you, to them without a fees. That is, I will not charge any fees. There do I give to you and Jessica, where you means Lorenzo and Jessica. From the rich Jew, a special deed of gift after his death for all he dies possessed of. So this gift deed I hand it over to you, and it tells that after Shylock dies, all his property, all that he possesses will be yours and Jessica's. So this is a gift deed by Shylock. Lorenzo, fair ladies, you drop manna in the way of starved people. Actually, manna is supposed to be a heavenly food. It was said that at one time the people of Israel were passing through a desert, running away, were trying to escape from some calamity or something, that they were passing through a desert, and they were hungry, they were starved. So they prayed to heaven. From the heavens started falling manna, or what we say is a honey drop from heaven, and it saved the life of the people. So this gift deed is a sort of manna to Lorenzo and Jessica. Portia, it is almost morning, and yet I am sure you are not satisfied with these events at full. Let us go in and charge us thereupon interrogatories. So it is nearly morning, and I am sure you are not satisfied. You want to know something more. This has not satisfied you completely. Let us go in and charge us thereupon the interrogatories, and we will answer the things faithfully. So it is better we get inside the house, and then you can go on shooting your questions like a rapid fire round. That is, you can go on asking your questions. Interrogatories means your questions, and we will answer you as faithfully as possible. So Graciano ends the drama with these lines: let it be so. The first interrogatory that my Nerissa shall be sworn one is, whether till the next night she had rather stay or go to bed now. Bring 2 hours today, but where the day come, I should wish it dark, that I were coaching with the doctor's clerk. So Graciano says, let it be so. All right. Then my first question for Naresa is whether she would rather wait for till tomorrow night or go to bed now, since there are only 2 more hours till morning. When the day comes, I'll wish it were night time so I could sleep with the doctor's clerk. Well, while I live, I'll fear no other thing so as keep safe Naresa's ring. So he has learned a lesson, and he says that so long as I am alive, I shall always take care to see that I keep Naresa's ring safely. He has realized what grilling he got from his wife. So this is the end of Act 5, Scene 1, and also the end of Merchant of Venice. In this drama, Shakespeare has taken 3 main strands: the casket story, the bond story, and the ring story, and has woven them into a single plot, which brings all the 3 stories to a successful conclusion and ensures that all the characters live happily ever after, with the exception of Shylock. According to Dover, Wilson calls this last act the gayest, happiest, and the most blessed scene in all Shakespeare. So, dear children, be great in act as you have been in thought. With these words, I have completed all the scenes and all the acts of Merchant of Venice. Do like this complete Merchant of Venice, and this completes the journey of Merchant of Venice from Act 1 till Act 5. Do like, share and subscribe my channel. Watch the video till end and leave a comment below. Hope this video will be beneficial for you in your studies. All my videos are there in YouTube channel, so you can take your time and go through all of them. Thank you.